When we were 16 years old, we made it our mission to make over $1 million.
And now at 23, I have a penthouse, he has a mansion, we both have Lambos, and we've made over $25 million.
And that's just this year.
Instead of gatekeeping our secrets, we're gonna show you exactly how we make NBA level money just by sitting at our computers and goon maxing.
And I know what you're thinking. This didn't come from freelance brand scaling or drop shipping Alibaba products to 40-year-old MILFs.
And we know that when we show you exactly how we made $25 million, it's gonna make 99% of you click right off the video.
But that 1% who stay, this is gonna change your life.
So you may be wondering, how do I even get into this?
To over $150,000. Nobody even knows our faces, but we've cooked up and launched some of the biggest OnlyFans creators in the space.
And now we're gonna break down the 7 steps of this business model and exactly how it prints us and the girls we manage a ton of money.
So we're just 2 digital pimps who steal girls' money, exploit people, do shady management topics, and lie. That's not the truth at all, and unfortunately that's a massive connotation towards the OnlyFans management industry, and it's part of what we're trying to break. What we do is we partner with people who are already doing OnlyFans and want to grow. The way this works is not by convincing people on the street to do OnlyFans and, you know, taking all their money. It's not pimping. I understand, because it is technically sex work and we're in the, you know, adult industry, whether we like it or not. I don't really know how we ended up here, because
we're good at content. That's all it came down to. Like, these girls came to us willingly asking for our help, and we just simply said yes. We were low-key pimped out, now that I think about it.
Me and Cole were just 2 kids who wanted to be YouTubers. He was going to be my filmer. I was going to be on camera. I was trying to do TikTok. I was trying to, you know, make YouTube shorts at the time, and nothing was working. It just wasn't coming together. I would make a couple $1,000s a month here and there on brand deals, and it wasn't like I was a nobody. I had 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I had followed the business model. I had done everything right, but I was making no money. And it was getting to a point in time where it was starting to get a little scary, right? Like, I had dropped out of college. I was 19 years old. That's, you know, when I came upon this business model, not because I was, you know, looking to be in the sex industry. It was because I was in the content industry. I knew how to put together a good video. So I had all these skill sets that came together by the time when I met somebody who wanted to do OnlyFans or wanted to do OnlyFans better than they were. I realized what people were doing was the same stuff on social media that we were doing. Literally, not just like, oh, social media content, I get it. Like, no, they were literally doing the same videos as us, but then driving around in Lambos, wearing APs, $200,000 freaking watches, $50,000 a month cribs. We're doing the same inputs every single day. And then that's when I had this mindset shift. I was like, whatever those guys are doing, I want in. The rest was history. The first girl we ever managed was Camilla, and she went from $10,000 a month when she came to us to over $150,000 by the end of the 2nd month we were managing her.
So you may be wondering, how do I even get into this? Because from your guys' perspective, it may seem like we just got handed the most perfect model to work with in the world, who just came to us already making money and was destined for success. They're very hardworking and they're very, very talented people, but we were very authentic when we came to them. Like, we had no idea how the business worked. We weren't managers. We literally were like, hey, we know social media. We think we can help you a lot. To Camilla, she didn't love her management situation, and we said, hey, I think we could do better. Like,
put together an actionable plan. We may not have been able to say, look, this is this massive famous girl we manage, but we said, look, we've seen the business model from the outside. We tell that people are filming these real, like, street interviews and then faking them with each other. We've seen that people are doing these skits that are more sexual. We're gonna film these interviews 2 days a week. We're gonna film these skits the other days a week. This is the content plan. She jumped in and said, I want to make sure this gets done, this gets done. She held us accountable because she was like, I want to make more money. We were holding her accountable, being like, if you want to make more money, you got to film. Created a mutually beneficial relationship that we've been able to, you know, expand on other girls.
Her friend even just saw us managing her, and also then was like, hey, I want to work with you guys too. We then had extreme success with her as well. All right, so you still might be thinking, well, that sounds like you just got handed everything. Well, we're going to tell you exactly how you can do the same thing. What you're going to want to do is you're going to just go to Instagram or TikTok or anything, or even just ask around a friend group. You're going to find girls who either already do OnlyFans or are thinking about doing OnlyFans and have no idea where to begin.
First one is always going to be the hardest. Just like any other business model that you have to sign a client, the first client is going to be the hardest, so you're going to have to get crafty with the way that you get them to trust you. Whether it's making a very advanced, like, scope of work business pitch, being like, I have not managed anyone else, but I know a lot about OnlyFans because I've studied the industry, or like I've worked in social media, or I've worked in marketing. Like, whatever in you have that you can say is relevant to the industry, use that and then go
just
from there.
Say you've been studying social media for years. You could literally just say that you're a social media genius because that you've been studying, reels, and that just means that you've been consuming them and paying attention.
This is what I advise you to. I advise people to go out of your way, take a Loom video or a screen recording, whatever it is, say, hey, I just went through your account here. I love this video you posted here. Why did you only post it once? This is your top performer. I could produce you 4 of these per day. If we meet up, we can meet up 3 days a month, and I could have enough content for you done for an entire month, and I'll run your Instagram full time, start second accounts, and I'll pump traffic, and I'll track all these with OnlyFans tracking links. That shows exactly where the data comes from through doing all those things with a consistent business pitch, sending out enough DMs and enough outreach to enough people, you're gonna have a hit rate. If you're sending out 3 DMs a day saying, hey, I'm an OF manager, I can help you, I don't want to hear it that you can't sign a client. Everyone has a manager. An actor has a manager. Basketball player has a manager. You're like, oh, why does the basketball player need a manager to play basketball? So the basketball player can focus on playing basketball and the manager makes them money.
So he touched on it briefly, but you still may be wondering, what exactly does an OnlyFans manager even do? And it's pretty simple. Everything. Multiple Instagrams, at least 3 for every single model. We create 1 TikTok, we post on Threads, we post on Twitter or X, and we just obviously make sure that there's content being put out to all of those every single day. All of the social media promotion, all the organic strategies, we come up with the ideas, we script the videos, we film the videos, get the videos edited, we get them scheduled, we drive them to places to go film. We schedule the filming days in advance so they know when to come, so they literally just show up.
Not only do we do the entire front-facing social media side, which is the best way to market an OnlyFans account. A lot of people do this other ways. We personally do organic content and a little bit of paid promotion when necessary, but that's not our main traffic method. But we also, on top of that, run the entire OnlyFans backend. There is a team of chatters who run the account 24/7. So whenever somebody sends a message as a fan on OnlyFans, they are responded to, and then they have conversations with these people to see what kind of content they want, and they lead them through scripts to upsell content and make the most amount of money as possible. There's also a full-time manager who oversees the account, sends out a mass message every single day, posts on the wall every single day, and does a bit more advanced strategies that we obviously can't give away on here, but this is really the bread and butter of the business. We don't do that part ourselves. We oversee a system of usually overseas employees who are doing this chatting 24/7. We build them a framework to follow that we have built personally over 3 years of experience to, know exactly how to get the most amount of money out of each certain type of person. These people who are chatting and making sales on the account are getting paid a commission off of what they make. The manager is incentivized to make the account more money. So all this stuff, if the account's at absolute zero, you're essentially doing it yourself. But then once you get to $10,000, $20,000 a month, which is pretty fast in this industry, there's clearly enough money already being generated to outsource that labor and not have to run the chats yourself. You're never coming out of pocket. You only have to come out of pocket of your time at the beginning. And that's what we did. It was a very time-consuming business model, from the filming to the posting to everything. But then by month 2 or 3, things got into a system. We didn't have to film every day. We didn't have to look at the OnlyFans account anymore. So we were really just, overseeing the system of put that person in place to film this video each day, make sure the back end's running, and we can kind of take a step back and just print cash. So I will be transparent. The way that we've been able to make so much money and grow creators so well is because of the way we structure our business in terms of the actual percentage splits. There's 2 types of OnlyFans management agencies. There's agencies that run just the chatting and a little bit of social media help, usually bullshit, for like 25 to 30% maximum of the account. And they take that minority percentage, they use that money to run a chatting system, and they make their margin on the money they don't spend. Our agency is different. Everyone we've managed from the beginning all the way until now, we've done a 50-50 split on the revenue, meaning we split the account exactly in half, and then out of our cut, we take out the expenses for chatting, social media editors, Airbnbs we might have to rent, comes out of our cut, and that's kind of our incentive to be not making equal amounts of money, as in they pretty much make the same amount with no expenses, but at the end of the day, it's an even split. So if we win, they win. We are equally as incentivized on these people's careers as they are themselves. Sometimes I tend to believe that I care more about these people's career, but at the end of the day, everyone wants money, and you can't look down on somebody doing something for money, right? Like I put in the extra mile when it's 2 a.m. and I have the option to schedule more trial reels, or I have the option to script the video for tomorrow, or just go above and beyond. I'm taking that option every single day because it's going to make me more money, and I'm going to be able to see that direct return through my percentage of the OnlyFans account really fast. If I put in the extra mile, if one of my extra video ideas goes viral, that can make me thousands of dollars in a day, as opposed to if I was just somebody running a small portion of the business, I wouldn't really care. I'm just going to do my bare minimum, sit back and try to sign more clients. The reason why we have less clients at bigger splits is because we do more. There's going to be people that come and try to poach them. There's going to be people who try to offer them a lower percentage and then say they'll do the same, but you just have to provide unmatched quality to be able to justify a split like this. And for any OnlyFans creators that may be watching this, because I know we have a large audience of creators themselves who are either looking to manage themselves or do what kind of like a Camilla did, where She runs her own stuff with us, and then she is part of our company as management, and she kind of oversees these other girls. I just want to, make it clear that we are not leeching off of anyone. We don't go to a girl that is making $100K a month and say, give me half of that and I'm going to do this. Like, we've never even had a conversation where the 50% split is that big of an issue, because they've been starting at a low revenue and we've promised, hey, we're going to make this my life. Like, I'm going to dedicate all my time and energy to this. I promise you it'll be worth it to take me up on this idea. So that's, where we justify our percentage. And if it's too much for somebody, if they don't want to give it up, that's fine. At the end of the day, I would rather have 50% of 500K than 100% of 100K.
So a lot of people always ask, how do you scale the business? And their first thing they want to know is, how can you just start scaling? I just want to scale. But the truth is, you don't scale the business, you scale the creators, because each creator is their own individual business. It's actually easier to say go from 100K to 200K than it is to sign another girl for 100K. You could always do more with what you already have, whether that be adding traffic from another platform, posting more here, getting them more followers here, starting another Instagram, starting a backup this. Like, you could always increase the revenue of an account.
There's not a natural point where you're like, okay, I get this girl to 100K, it's time to sign a second girl. Because you continue to follow that model, you're going to be sitting on a gold mine that you don't even realize. Like, we're consulting for a girl right now who is currently making $1 per follower she has on social media. And this is a business model where there is a little bit of, vagueness in terms of how much money each client will make. It's not black and white. It's not selling a product. Certain girls convert better than others. And for example, this one girl who has 9,000 followers and she's making $9,000 a month. If we can help her go to 100K followers on Instagram, which isn't that hard anymore with proven strategies, she can make $100,000 a month as a normal college girl. Somebody might sign that girl, get her to 50K and be like, okay, it's time to go to the next one, more. And you could spend weeks and months building a system for another girl, and that girl might have 300K on Instagram, but only get to $50,000 a month in revenue. So if you take the effort for output ratio of what you're doing and you put all that effort into the original girl who is already making good money, and if you just didn't divert your focus from her and make one person turn into something that's basically unbeatable, because there's so many streams of traffic flowing into this account, you have everything dialed in, and some people just don't get to this point because they're too scatterbrained about getting more girls and
they think they just get one Instagram to 150K and then boom, this girl's topped out. That's it. Done.
Listen, at the end of the day, we could upload a 3-hour long YouTube video about OnlyFans management and it wouldn't even touch 10% of the knowledge we have of the business model.
So if you want exclusive training and support, whether you're a creator wanting to manage yourself or a manager wanting to create the next biggest creator on the platform, our OFM Inner Circle is linked in the description.
This isn't some random course where you send us money and we send you a PDF and never respond. We're very hands-on. We have 2 calls a week, and because of that, we're very selective with who we let in. We don't want somebody to be represented by us. I don't think they can succeed personally. They have to be driven, they have to be creative, they have to be able to adapt. You can't be a complainer. They have to put action behind their words, and this is kind of hard to come by. If that fits you and you're even slightly interested in this business model, you should book a call with the team and see if the fit is there.
Honestly, we're just sick and tired of all the bullshit from big agencies out there trying to gaslight creators into thinking they have some magic sauce. We want everybody to know everything there is about the entire business model.
I want to destigmatize this. I want to become the face of OnlyFans management, because there's so many people doing this behind the scenes, whether they're good or shady. Nobody's taken the step to really become the face of this industry, make everything more organized, develop softwares for OnlyFans creators, make content for OnlyFans creators, teach them how the business model actually works instead of gaslighting them from behind the scenes to using their services. There's just so much wrong with the industry. We came into this 2.5 years ago and we've never talked about this publicly before. We've been taking that time just building behind the scenes, clearly doing well, building people like Camilla, Julia, Andy, and really changing the game with our content, with our proven strategies. Even the way we run the back end is nothing like anybody else. So thank you for watching this video. If you're anywhat interested in OnlyFans management, or you are an OnlyFans creator, make sure you subscribe. We're going to be dropping gems like this once a week, and you can subscribe to our personal channels too. Owen Lynch, Cole Hollyfield. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I appreciate you watching.
Peace.